Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and in today's Walking Dead Top 10, I'll be discussing the top 10 saddest moments in Telltale's The Walking Dead. And what I find as a sad moment is the moments that probably made me tear up a little bit, cry, show some kind of sad emotion to. There's a lot of moments in this series I could define as sad, but these are the 10 that stand out the most to me. I want you to leave your list down below in the comments section. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts. I just want to state I am not going to be having any Season 3 moments because I don't define any of them as a top 10. There's definitely some moments in Season 3 that are sad, but not anywhere top 10 worthy. Alright everyone, let's go for 1,000 likes on this video. If you want to see more Walking Dead content, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Have it set to all so you don't miss any videos. Alright everyone, hope you all enjoy. If you have any topics you want me to cover, comment them down below. Let's get straight into it. We all know dogs are man's best friend, and seeing this, death, thinking maybe Clementine could potentially have a dog companion, and having that turn quickly when the dog gets violent, and seeing it have spikes through its entire body, like suffering at the end, is just, man, it was one of the sadder moments in Season 2, and definitely one that, broke me a little bit. I might have teared up a little bit watching this, seeing this dog suffer, but you either could put it out of its misery or leave it to die, and obviously, I killed it because I didn't want the dog to suffer anymore, because that was painful to watch. Alright, let's move on to number 9. At my number 9 spot, I picked Ben's death. The entire scene here from Season 1, Kenny's sacrifice in a way. When first seeing this scene, you're thinking, oh god, is Ben okay? He just freaking fell about 15 feet. And then you notice he's got spikes, and the emotional scene where he's like, I don't want to become a walker, please don't let me become them. And then you have Kenny's scene where basically you think he's gonna die. He basically says, that's something I just gotta do. Save Ben, put him out of his misery, and pretty much sacrifice himself in essence. And he's like, it's just, Lee, I gotta do it. You go get Clementine. It's like, wow, what a powerful scene, because at the time of watching this for the first time, you think Kenny's dead. You think Ben's dead too. And seeing them both just go through this scene is something that, honestly, you wouldn't think there'd be a sad moment really with Ben because of all the stuff that he'd done, but this scene was just, man, it was really sad. At number 8, I picked Omid's death from The Walking Dead Season 2. What a way to start off a season. Any Walking Dead game, y'all know it's going to be emotional, it's going to be sad, heartbreaking, and this is just what The Walking Dead is. A moment like this, a character we spent 3 episodes with in Season 1 and think we're going to have a major role with in Season 2, gets killed off in the first 10 minutes, and there's nothing we can do about it. And he's just trying to help Clementine here in this situation because this girl, is trying to rob us. He just wants to probably stop him. We wouldn't probably even have killed him. Omid's such a nice guy that I don't think he wanted to kill this girl. But she ends up shooting him, and then we get this entire emotional scene. You can see the after effects of Omid's death on Krista. Clementine, the relationship's a little bit fractured, and Krista's a little bit more stone cold. But, man, Omid, I wish he would have had a bigger role in Season 2. I'm really sad they never really made it that longer than he did. But next spot.
You see it? It's right there. Hold your horses, Clem. Sorry. There's something in the treehouse, and she wants me to get a video of it to show you guys. Look, by the door. It's peeking out. I think it's... Yep. Got it. Oh, there! Look at that. There it is! Do you see it? Spoiler, it's a raccoon. Yeah.
So this scene is not even an in-game scene. It's from one of the trailers, no going back. And I just was so... This is probably the saddest trailer, in my opinion, in the entire Walking Dead series. It shows the progression of Clementine from season 1 all the way to the season 2 finale, which this trailer was for. Basically, the ending of the trailer shows Clementine back in, before the apocalypse started, getting a phone call from her parents. There was a raccoon in her treehouse, and they basically had an emotional call, and this is basically right when they went on vacation, a couple days before Lee had stumbled upon Clementine. And basically, her mother says, we'll see you in a couple days. And he's like, I love you, Mom. It's like, don't get my hat dirty. Is what her dad said. And it's like, oh my goodness. This scene, even if it wasn't in game, it was just wow. And it shows Clementine then in, season 2, episode 5, and says, who will you become, my Clementine? This entire scene, wow, just powerful.
Kenny? Kenny, you okay, man? Oh, Jesus. What the hell is that? Oh, my God.
Kinda looks like Duck, don't he?
It's just a kid. What the hell happened to him?
Ain't nothing on him. Guess he must have been hiding out up here. Starved to death.
This is a scene not many people talk about in terms of being a sad moment, but this scene just absolutely broke me. So you have the entire sequence with Duck in episode 3 where Kenny has the option to either shoot him or not. And then in episode 4, we find a house in Savannah, abandoned, think there might be somebody around. We go to the attic. Kenny's looking like, sad for some reason, looking at something, and it ends up being a boy that turned into a walker because he starved to death, and it kind of looks similar to Duck. And I was like, holy moly, this is just, it's a little boy. That just absolutely was sickening, seeing him his chest fully gone, his ribs showing because he'd basically starved to death because he had nowhere to go. His dog also buried dead, and it just absolutely, seeing Kenny's reaction and having the option to either kill or not was just like, oh man, the feels with this scene was powerful.
Hey, Sweet Pea.
Lee?
Why the train? You always pick the train.
I'm not sure. Maybe because this is where it all started.
At my number 5 spot, I picked both flashbacks of Lee. The one from Season 2, Episode 5, and the one from Broken Toys, Season 4, Episode 3. The Season 2, Episode 5 one made me tear up. The one in Season 4, Episode 3 made me bawl like a baby. And I'll be the first one to admit, seeing Lee again for, this final sequence, especially in the Season 4, Episode 3 one, was just... I mean, I knew it was coming because of the trailer, but... seeing it actually happen was just, wow, a powerful moment. Because, we all requested to see Lee again, because this was confirmed as the final season and Clementine's final journey. And knowing that we were going to see Lee at some point in Season 4, Episode 3 was just, exhilarating. And, again, you can go watch my clip up on YouTube. It's probably on my stream. I cried, yes, legitimately like a baby, and I'll be the first one to admit that. I really do miss Lee, and he's my favorite character in this series, and just having this emotional talk with him before the big boat battle is just a powerful moment. And something that I wish, if you have the opportunity to do it for the first time, that's just always the best time to have this when you don't know what's going to happen. Playing this game for the first time is just something, man. I won't, wow.
Hey, Jay? Oh, God, you're okay. Kenny?
So, I psyched y'all out. I actually do have a Season 3 moment. Kenny's death from Season 3. just a very, very, very unfortunate, baloney, crappy, angry, stupid, wasted opportunity that they had. This death was so sad, but at the same time, I was so mad about it because literally, we take all that time into Season 2 saving Kenny or Jane, and both their paths are pretty damn ridiculous in how they're treated. Especially Kenny. You know, we go through all 2 seasons with him just to have him die in a 5-minute flashback in a car crash. And I still have an Evolution of Kenny video. It's got about 700k views on YouTube. And I get comments every day on it about people are saying Kenny deserved better. Kenny got robbed. You know, this man deserves so much better. And this is exactly my point. Season 3 was bad. Season 3 wasted Kenny and Jane's potential, again, especially Kenny. And we never really got a lot of time with them, which I would love. You know, I would have been fine if this would have happened maybe an episode or 2 after we had Kenny in the present. You know, if they did this after, so be it. But I would have loved if we had gotten an episode or 2 with Kenny. But, you know, we know how Telltale was with, you know, alternate outcomes and choices and that. It's unfortunate, but we'll miss you, Ken. Number 3.
It's safe in there. I know that. Just ask someone, please. They won't make it out here. Please.
I'll ask. Just give me a second.
You don't need to look at me like that. This is for the best.
We're not staying here without you.
Yes, you are.
No, we're not.
Yes, you are.
At number 3, I picked Wellington. The entire scene of it. Kenny, all the stuff we had gone through with him, and him willing to put it all on the line just so Clementine Age can get into Wellington. This made me tear up again. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in episode 5 with Kenny that made me cry. His potential death, this Wellington scene. You know, this was just a powerful moment. Either leaving with him or, you know, especially if we stayed at Wellington, that one probably was the saddest part of this. I mean, either way, in my opinion, it's sad because we all shed tears thinking, oh my god, Kenny's really gonna frickin' leave us to go in? Like, he's gonna risk his, you know, safety to put us into Wellington? Like, what a frickin' soul, what a kind guy. And like I said, the metamorphosis of Kenny, you know, we could say Kenny's one of the, you know, most changed characters in terms of his attitude from all the way from the beginning. He's completely metamorphosized because of all the deaths and, you know, loved ones he's lost. It's just a powerful moment, this Wellington scene. Highly recommend if you've never done it, please do it. It's very interesting to see how it works out, you know, either choice you make.
Walker, I couldn't bring myself to give her the gun. I didn't want to see death then. I've seen so much of it, but you shouldn't have to see it now.
I'll go. I'll leave you. I'll go as fast as I can.
And as safe as you can. Always.
At my number 2 spot, I picked Lee's death from The Walking Dead Season 1. I really don't need to explain why this is on this list. You all know if you played this before, you know the emotion that went into this scene and why it's classified as one of the saddest moments in gaming. Now, you're probably going to be shocked why it's not number 1, but I'm going to explain very shortly. Lee's death, to me, was something that's always going to leave an imprint on this game. When people think about why Walking Dead Season 1 was such a critical success and is looked at with many Game of the Year awards, and, you know, what really put Telltale on the map is going to be this ending. Lee's death, the entire sequence of it. This is really the episode and the scene that I think really made Telltale what Telltale was before their unfortunate demise that they had last year. We're always going to look back at this scene as a, you know, a farewell of sorts to, you know, Lee, Dave Fennoy, and the greatness of this game.
Last rule.
No.
What do we do if I get bit? Are you gonna make me say it? Fine.
At my number 1 spot, I picked Clementine's fake death. The fake out. In essence, this entire scene was very reminiscent of me to Lee, but had she actually died here, I would have labeled this the saddest death in the entire series. I mean, they basically did a copycat of Lee. Gets bitten, you know, time to, you know, get into some kind of secluded area. So in season 1, it was the little building. In season 4, it was the shed. And you had the similarities, in essence, AJ, Clementine versions, and you had Clementine Lee swapping rules in this sequence. But the music starts getting very emotional at the ending, and you know AJ's tearing up, and I cried like a baby. Once Clementine had gotten bitten, they dragged it out for about 10-15 minutes, and you knew it was coming. That Clementine was either going to get killed or they were going to try some miraculous chop. I'm happy she survived, but this entire scene just broke me, and this is why I have it as the saddest moment in the series. Alright everyone, that has been my list. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you smack and like and sub if you did, and leave a comment down below of your list of saddest moments in the series, and any topics you guys would like me to cover. Alright everyone, we are 65 days away from the Definitive Edition. Remember, I gotta keep saying this because people get asking about my stream. I am going to be streaming the Definitive Edition, and I'm going to do a prep stream, or prep week, the week before, getting ready for it with the new graphics and bonus features that will be added with it. So there'll be streams before it releases, and there'll be streams when it releases. I want to thank y'all so much for watching, and we'll catch y'all in the next Walking Dead video sometime later this week. Peace and love, everybody.